As a personal chef for over 25 years who has worked with everybody from professional athletes and entrepreneurs to women in their midlife and beyond to a variety of people of all ages facing health challenges, I have learned that what is the most important factor for any nutrition plan, the one that determines whether it actually works and whether you will be successful, is personalization. Okay. So this is not about perfection. It's not about restriction. But what I have learned, and the research supports this, and I'm going to talk about that in this video, is that if you want to be successful with your goals, whether it's weight loss or whether it's just feeling better or being healthier, it is about creating a way of eating that is truly aligned with you, who you are, how you live, and what actually supports you. So if you have tried plans in the past that did not work for you and you felt frustrated or you felt shame because you couldn't stick with it, I'm going to explain to you why that's not your fault and what you can do to get on the right track and reach your goals. A lot of times clients will come to me with a plan that was given to them by a professional who was very well-meaning, and I'm not saying these plans don't work, but they don't consider a variety of factors. They don't consider how much sleep you're getting. They don't look at your cycle. They don't look at your schedule. They definitely don't look at your culture, which is so important. They don't look at your cravings. They don't look at your preferences. And, I'm going to ask you, how much stress are you under right now? How is your sleep? Do you eat differently at different times of the month? Personally, I do. I'm going to eat different when my kids are with me than when they're with their dad. And so, these are things that people need to take into consideration. If you have social events, if you are going to travel, all of that needs to be factored in. We can't just hand ourselves a plan or a blueprint and expect us to be robots and be perfect. It just doesn't work like that. And so people blame themselves when things stop working, but it's not your fault. It's that you were not given the right tools and you weren't taught how to build a way of eating around your life that works for you. So think about a lot of these factors when you are starting a new meal plan, when you're starting a new diet. Don't ignore them. So if you ignore them, what's going to happen is you're going to think that that's the problem and that you're not disciplined enough and that it's just not going to work for you. But the truth is that you can't force what do they say? A square peg into a round hole, right? Is that the saying? You can't make it happen if it's not aligned, okay? And that's why people do have success if they have a good personal chef or if they are able to customize their life to the meal plan that works for them. And so because I work so closely with my clients, I can look at their assessment and I can truly see how I can take what they are enjoying and transform it into a meal plan or diet plan that is aligned with their goals. So hopefully you guys understand the difference with that, but that's why it works. And the research backs that up. I did a deep dive into it and I was pretty excited with what I found. When I started looking into the research about what was really helping people be successful long-term with being healthy, it truly backed up my intuitive beliefs around this. So in 2023, the POINTS trial tested genetic-based diet plans. So those are plans that are supposed to be geared towards things that they have in their genetic history. For example, you have health, diabetes or CHS or other heart issues or whatever it is. And these people were given those diet plans. But the result was they did not see any benefit or they did not lose any more weight than the people who were on random diet plans. And so it was very inconclusive and the results were very mixed. However, a study in 2021 called the Personalized Systems Nutrition Study. And I linked all of these studies in the description, as well as a few more that back up this outcome. But this study designed plans around lifestyle factors and food preferences. The outcome was people experienced lower BMI, better sleep, they stayed with the program longer, and they were just overall more successful. And so this was really, it made me happy because the first thing I saw was the fact that people didn't have any results based on what diet they were using. And that was really frustrating to me. And then when I started looking into personalization, it clearly showed that that helps people be successful. And I know that should really sound like common sense. Obviously, if it fits in your lifestyle and your preferences, you're going to stick with it longer. But you would be surprised how people don't think about this initially. Okay. So this just confirms what I have seen in my clients for years, is that when people eat in a way that reflects their life and also plans for things that are in their life, planning for travel, planning for social engagements, they're more consistent, they're more resilient, and they are more free in their life, and they experience more success with the results. A key factor in also being successful is flexibility. I don't know about you, but I eat differently depending on what's going on in my life. If I have to work late, if I have a social engagement, if I'm traveling, I have to adjust, okay? I don't just start over every single time. I don't shame myself if I eat something that is not considered healthy. I work it into my life. I work it into my daily routine. It's not about being perfect. It is about building awareness so you can make better choices more often and just get back on track without spiraling into this guilt and confusion when things happen. And so being flexible and going with the flow is not a lack of discipline when it comes to your diet. It's actually understanding the needs of what it takes to be successful. So understand that you do have to be flexible. Now, there's certain times when you are initially starting something where you want to be committed. And I'm not saying that you can just, throw your macros off or put ice cream into your diet if you were eliminating it. However, you can plan for that. You can think ahead. You can think, okay, my kids and I are going to go out for froyo tomorrow. So I am going to reduce my calories the day before, or I'm going to reduce my calories the 2 days before. Whatever you want to do to incorporate your treats, whether it's a glass of wine, whether it's chocolate, whatever it is, you can make it work. It's just about understanding your needs, and that takes full awareness and honesty. What I want you to take from this is that you don't need to be so strict, and you don't need to follow a plan perfectly. You just need a way of eating that reflects your actual life, something sustainable, nourishing, and it's designed around you, your family, your social life, and what truly makes you feel free and happy. That's exactly why I created the No Deprivation Guide to Weight Loss Over 40. It is a solid framework for building that personalized foundation without rules, without shame, and without pretending that every day looks the same. I don't know about you, but I cannot have the same exact thing every day. Now, we can get in a rotation, and we have our staples that we use. In the No Deprivation Guide, I teach you my puzzle method. And by using the puzzle method, it breaks things down and makes it so much easier to work with things that fit into your lifestyle. So if you're interested in support with that, the link is in the description. And because I know how powerful support is and how it truly helps you level up, I'm offering a private coaching call with the guide for a limited time, so you can take what you've learned and really get a solid foundation for you. So I can help you get on a solid foundation so you can get going, and it's free. There's no additional charge, and the guide is $47. So it is a amazing value. If you want to get in shape for the summer, now's the time. So the link is below if you're ready. But either way, I hope this video helped you understand why personalization is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And you deserve a way of eating that reflects who you are. So thanks for watching. And until the next video, see you soon.